It's probably the profession that chooses a person. I had no clue that it would be my job. I got a degree in journalism and was engaged in marketing. But it so happened that my child has autism, so I had no choice but to dive into the matter. Basically, I wrote a program for my kid completely by myself, and I prepare all the materials by myself. I had those nights with printing, veneering, cutting out. It took me and my husband ages to cut the corners of those sheets of paper. For the first 2 years of our life was like a rigid instruction. One unnecessary step aside and the game is over. It was one and only right way to act. You let go and you lose the skill. We seemed to have the opportunity to go and buy it all. It would have been much faster and easier. Unfortunately, no store provided what we needed. It was all firstly done for Kirill. Everything was made for him. Now there are lots of kids in the center, as well as plenty of different tasks. As for now, we have 61 inclusive sets developed, which is not the final amount. We are going to change and improve them eventually. Basically, this is a perpetual process. As long as every new child, every new goal brings us new challenges and new essential developments. Sometimes we have to admit that some images must be replaced, or some stickers were wrongly stuck. Everything must be fast and appropriate. The more time we waste on making sets, the less attention we get to deliver to our child. This time is invaluable for such children. Over this year, we have a lot of experiences working with didactic materials. We've produced tons of useful materials by ourselves, and eventually we've decided to share everything we got so far. Our sets really have a wide range of applications. They can be used in inclusive resource centers as well as school resource classes and kindergartens. Parents and any centers like our correctional centers can also use them. They may be a success due to our sets. There is no need to take a special course to become familiar with the set, because every set goes with a detailed reference book, a teaching aid. We measure our success in small achievements. It goes on all the time, non-stop. This can be proved by a positive feedback we receive from parents who always keep in touch with us. And we finally manage to go to the cinema or have the hair done. These parents and kids truly encourage and inspire us to go further. Mark did not answer a single question. There was no chance to have a conversation. You were unable to get what was really going on, how the day was, and all those things. Olga made up a special program that took all the gaps with Mark into consideration and filled them out. They use a countless number of methodological sets. It took us less than a year to achieve substantial progress. Now my child answers the questions, and I can even speak to him, go shopping with him, and take him on vacations. He talks to people instead of sitting alone in the corner playing with his toys, which was the case in Australia. He became more extroverted, which really matters. I must admit that lately his behavior for sure has changed for the better, and soon we will be able to go to kindergarten with a tutor. And also, without a doubt, the very contact as well as an understanding both improved. That is, now anytime I'm telling something to my child, I feel like he hears me, and he does things that I ask him to do. When we found out about autism, Kirill practically did not have any skills. He did not speak and understand what we say. He was a very uneasy child in terms of behavior. It was almost impossible to go outside with him. As for now, probably the best compliment I receive is that he does not have autism at all. Now we live like an ordinary family having an ordinary child. Of course, sometimes he disobeys us like any other child. Sometimes there are some problems, just like with any other kid. But in general, he's able to cope with almost everything. Many parents attending our center, upon seeing Kirill, tell me that they want the same for their children. Every child bears a unique story. We cannot take responsibility and say that they will be just like Kirill. However, they have the chance. They do. We do not promise any magic pill. We provide the opportunity, though, and the right of every parent is to take this opportunity or not.